morning. So good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Beverly Marshall and I'll be conducting this ceremony for you. My colleague, the registrar, is Yvonne Welburn, and Yvonne will be registering your marriage in one of our Scarborough marriage registers. And on behalf of the North Yorkshire County Council Registration Service, we'd like to welcome you all here to this most beautiful venue, the Grand Hotel in Scarborough, as we join here to witness and celebrate the marriage of Peter and Sarah. So could I ask all now, please, for the guests to be seated? This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages, and you are gathered here to witness the joining in matrimony of Peter James Foster and Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster. If there is any person here who knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they must declare it now. It's a bribery going on there. Could the groom please state for me his full name?
Peter James Foster.
Thank you. And the bride?
Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster.
Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage in this country is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. And now I'm going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. So Peter, please repeat these words. I do solemnly declare that I know not of any lawful impediment why I, Peter James Foster, may not be joined in matrimony to Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster. I do solemnly declare that I know not of any lawful impediment why I, Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster, may not be joined in matrimony to Peter James Foster. Peter and Sarah wish to marry. For each other's company they have found fulfilment and love. As a consequence of this love, they have drawn closer to each other and now wish to affirm publicly their relationship and to offer each other the security that comes from vows sincerely made and faithfully kept. And you are all here to witness this most wonderful occasion for them both today. The institution of marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. Therefore, do you, Peter, take Sarah here present to be your lawful wedded wife? And do you, Sarah, take Peter here present to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Good, it was worth the trip then. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the solemn moment has come for Peter and Sarah to make their contract of marriage before you, their witnesses. So at this point, if you are able, can I invite you all now to stand? Would you like to stand and face each other as you contract your marriage? So Peter, please repeat these words after me. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Peter James Foster, do take thee, Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster, to be my lawful wedded wife. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Sarah Catherine Templeman-Foster, do take thee, Peter James Foster, to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband
In your chosen person. I acknowledge my love and respect for you and invite you to share my life as I hope to share yours. May we look to our future together with hope, happiness and joy. I promise to love and care for you.
I promise to love and care for you
and to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to the future together
May we look to the future together
with hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remembering this day,
And remembering this day,
never allow anything
never allow anything
to destroy the feelings
to destroy the feelings
that we share for each other.
that we share for each other.
And the guests can all be seated again. Thank you very much. We now come to the giving and the receiving of the wedding rings, and this is the traditional and ancient way of sealing the contract that you two have made. And it is the outward sign of the lifelong promises that you two are now making to each other. So I believe we've got Robert and Tony together. Would you like to come and join us to put off? Would you like to, or you want to be behind me, or where is easy? Yeah. So first of all, I believe Tony has got Sally's ring, is that right? So would you like to pass that? Let's place it on the third finger, on the left hand, nice and gentle, right? She's going to do the same to you. Slide it all the way on, with some skin left. Do you want to help?
Go. Spit on it.
It's on. Now that's not coming off in a hurry, is it? Right, so please repeat these words after me, saying them to Sarah. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and affection. Please wear it with a feeling of warmth and pride, now and always. Is that comfortable? So Robert, have you got your ring? Right, place it on the third finger. Just as gently. And the words that you would choose. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
as a symbol of my endless love for you.
All that I am
All that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I bring to you.
I bring to you.
May this ring remind us of this moment
May this ring remind us of this moment
and the commitments I have made.
and the commitment I have made to you.
Thank you. That was sweet. The purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life, and that your love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitments. And we all here trust that these things will come true. If you'd like to turn and face each other for one last time, our hands together as I hand you your ceremony. So Peter and as you have both made the declarations prescribed by law, you have made a solemn and a binding contract with each other in the presence of your registrar, your witnesses, your friends, all gathered here, and your family with you this afternoon. It is now my great privilege and pleasure to announce that you two are now lawfully married to each other as husbands and wives. Now then, would you like to seal this marriage with a kiss? Go on then. Let's give a beautiful... So now, ladies and gentlemen, we will come to the checking and the signing of the marriage entry. We'll just take a few moments or minutes for this to be concluded. In the meantime, just I've got some more music maybe to listen to.
Yeah, listen.
Yes, okay, yeah. And enjoy the music. And we'll invite you forward when we take photographs.
I'm just going to do a few of the words because it means a lot. The song is my first, my last, my everything. That was the song that means a lot to me. So, my first, my last, my everything, and the answer to all of my dreams. You're my sun, You're my moon, my guiding star. You're my wonderful. That's exactly what you want. I don't have to say more, do I?
No, I am Robert. I am this lovely woman's son. I'd like to thank you all as well for being here because, my good Lord, she has been more stressed than I've ever seen her in my entire life. But honestly, she's worth it. She is you guys have made this day just as much as she has made this day, and just as much as this hotel has made this day incredible. And I thank all of you for all your support that you have given her throughout the years, because this lady has had to deal with the two most irritating children in the world, and we can agree on that. I am so sorry that you've had to put up with me and Emily for 18 years and 23 years. Good Lord, I am impressed by the fact that you've managed to do it.
You're worth every day.
But on a serious note, many years ago, Pete came into our lives, and he had to come into a house of 3 people, 2 children, and an amazing woman. And he has dealt with it so well. And yes, we all may argue, we may get irritated by each other. He can agree, Emily can agree, whatever. But seriously, I could not ask for a better person to marry my mum. I thank you so much. I thank I thank that man so much for looking after my mum, because he does an amazing job at it. And most of you know, all of you know Pete. What am I talking about? All of you know Pete and who he is. And you know, he just is fully awesome at just looking after. I have not wrote this down. This is all and he just looks after her. And honestly, it's amazing. And then Mum, you have brought these 2 children up to be who we are today. Again, we may argue, but we're siblings. What are you going to do? And honestly, I think you've been the absolute best mum you could ever possibly be. And
I'm very lucky.
no, I'm luckier, trust me. And honestly, I'm so happy to see you happy. And I wish you nothing but the best with you and Pete.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.